This is a little bit of a rant. I want you to look behind me and see this man behind me. Look at this guy. Isn't he so masculine and beautiful and fun and charismatic and crazy, and you love to see him? As a matter of fact, let's take another step back. Look at this guy. Oh yeah, he's muscular. Oh yeah, look at that body. Oh my goodness. Oh, I could just imagine him on top of me. I would choose the bear and him at the same exact. But besides the point of these men that we're talking about, what does it mean to be a man, all right? You imagine this statement and you picture it, and you probably clicked on this video because you have some idea of what it means to be a man. You have some concept, and I'm pretty sure you're telling me in the comments below what it means to be a man. It means to be stoic. It means to be one with yourself, introspective. It means to be what you are. It means to care and protect. It means to be a provider. It means to do this, and I grasp it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. As a matter of fact, you put it down on the table. I thought it was a meal. I ate it, and it's garbage. And I'm happy you told me your opinion, and it's great. However, I'm subjectively objective, and I think what it means to be a man is anything. Legitimately anything. My father, despite everything that he has told me in his entire life, from the women he's been with and been copious with, he has been a patient. He has been a kind man. He has been angry and violent, but he has been very resolute with how he operates. And you would think that is a man because he provided for you. He did those things, and he had a little drink from here and there. But even if he harmed you and yelled at you and was abusive and all these things, if he did all that, he still had wisdom and knowledge that he bestowed in you. Incorrect. He did not have any of that. However, what he did have was something more important than that. He had charisma. Charisma enough to, even if he was lying, I didn't know. That's what he had. He had manipulation. He had narcissism is what he had. Maybe that's what it means to be a man, right? Maybe that's the aspect of what it means to be a man. However, there are trans men, and no one wants to talk about this. Well, trans men aren't men. Oh, really? They aren't? Nope. Because they're just the idea of a man. They're not actually a man. But isn't not being a man simply being the idea of a man? Is that not true? Are we trying to break down the barriers and be more progressive? Nope. Cool. All right. Not going to talk about it. Let's keep going. So, what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a man? Does it mean you can't paint your nails? Does it mean when a woman is crying, you cross your arms and comfort her, but you don't cry yourself even if it makes you sad? Does it mean holding in your emotions? Does it mean being nonchalant? Does it mean being nonchalant when you get excited about Pokemon cards and then she says something really mean, saying you're a grown man, you shouldn't be acting like this? So you hide and cater away those emotions inside of your soul, and you say to yourself, oh, well, I guess I won't talk about it anymore. And when she shows you something, you don't know if you should be emotional about it, despite the fact that you really enjoy it. And so you keep it away. You only talk about it with your friends, and your friends confide in you during those long nights at 3 o'clock in the morning when you have work at 7, but you want to be on that video game till 3, saying one more game, because that reality, the reality you live in, where you have 2 kids, you have 1 wife, and you hate it because she doesn't work and she doesn't clean as good as you want to, and you hate it, despite the fact that you can't enjoy your hobbies. She complains about you being on the game all day, and you having intercourse doesn't feel the same because you feel like she doesn't even enjoy you and your true personality. That's what it means to be a man, right? Right? It means to be a man when you can't enjoy your hobbies and she criticizes you for doing them. And you are forced to put your whole spirit behind your back. And you're forced to let that mechanical part in you exist and turn. And you have to be a machine that goes to work day in and day out. And you love your job because you're in a factory, or you're at Amazon, or you're an Uber driver, or maybe you're in an office, or maybe you work at a retail, cap to a Walmart. Maybe you do that. And that mindless droning work makes you feel like you're accomplishing something because you can look forward to not your wife, not even your children, who don't respect you because she's telling everybody that you're a horrible, evil man because you stay on a video game all day, but they don't know what she's done to you. They don't know what she's done to you. They have no clue. They have no idea. They have no idea that she insults you and says you're not a real man and says the fact that you painted your nails that one time with your daughter is weird and fruity and zesty. They have no idea. They have no idea what it means to be a man, right? They have no clue. And all these things you coalesce and keep inside of yourself and keep in the deep pit of your stomach, and they never come out, and you're constipated. You're constipated trying to let it out to the world, and you can't because you don't know how people would judge you. You don't know how they react, and you don't want them to react negatively. No, you don't want them to react negatively. You're scared. You have a fear, and that creates anger because that's a secondary emotion. The secondary emotion is anger. The fear is the first part. When someone cuts you off in traffic, you fear you're going to die, so you get mad at them. When someone attacks your children, you fear you may lose them, so you attack them. And your violence is your greatest tool, and that's what it means to be a man, to be violent, because you're told to keep every other emotion that could be something and could coalesce into a bigger emotion as something deep inside of you. So you don't know what it means to be a man. And you feel as though a trans man can't possibly be that, right? Because they don't have that kind of anger. When they've been angry their entire lives trying to be who they are. So maybe they do have that anger. But can they be as violent as a real man? Oh, they can. Oh, they can. And you associate men with violence, Rambo-esque, powerful, fast and furious, action hero movie, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson types. All those people. That's what you associate with being a man, right? Those are the ones. Nobody else. Just you. Just you understand. But then your friends understand. And you're a better man than them. And my dad can beat your dad. And I'm the most masculine person on the planet. And women will never understand because they're the ones that started this. I only view women as sexual objects. Obviously, that's the entire thing, right? That's what it has to be. Wrong. Doesn't have to be that. What it means to be a man is to have an androgynous mindset. As a matter of fact, what it means to be a person. Let's stop asking what it means to be a man. What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to be human? To be able to see the strings in the system that break down and make you cry. And cry. It's healthy to cry. To be able to cry freely. To be able to express yourself freely. Freedom is what it means to be a human. Freedom to have your own choices. Free will. Not gifted to us by some divine creator, but given to us by ourselves. We are our own gods. We are our own creators. We made this ourselves. We evolved ourselves from mud and dirt, from fish onto land, from apes, from nothing, from a great egg in the sky, even from Adam and Eve, even before that, from Rakshava, from Nirvana, from the God creator himself, from the destructor of God, from the Titans, from Zeus, born out of clay. We are humans. We are one. It doesn't matter what it means to be a man. That's unimportant. That's secondary. That's behind you. What it means to be a man can be many things. Prince was a man. He was very fruity. Androgynous, zesty. But he was straight. Michael Jackson was a man, and people said he punched his nuts too much. That was a bit much. Mike Tyson has grown calmer, wiser. When he was angry and vitriolic, he does not recognize the person he once was in those interviews, in those moments. He has grown. He has become more than all he thought he was. That is what he has become. This is important for me and for you because what it means to be a person, what it means to be a man, what it means to be here is to realize your faults, is to continuously grow as a person, is to see this person here, is to see the man, to see the men that you are, wherever you're at in life, and realize that this is not the end. This is merely the beginning. You are in the coagula. Coagula, if you don't know, is the process, coagulation of when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. If you don't know what that is, a little bit of a science lesson for you here, just to express that to you. That is what it means to exist. Because what it means to be a man is the stupid question. To think that you have to bottle up what you are. To think that you have to be big and burly. To be this He-Man going to the gym-esque thing. To hide your emotions. And a lot of women want men to open up. But when we open up, we end up getting ridiculed for being too emotional about it because we don't know how to express ourselves in a constructive way. So they end up leaving us. And they end up hating us for even opening up in the first place. And you resent those women and you hate them. You hate them because while you were trying your best to be a person, they were trying their best to hurt you. And you're hurt now. And you don't know how to deal with emotional pain. So you go to the gym or you get angry or you go online and you call people slurs. And you do this evil stuff. You begin to resent women. And you begin to get angry about your life and everything. You begin to take it out on yourself. You have poor mental health and you think therapy is for children. And you think you're a coward. And you think that your children deserve to get hit because you need some outlet to take it on. And you may cause domestic violence. And you may destroy your own self and your own mind and every aspect of it. And you may destroy yourself, but you are a man. So you must. You must. You must live in this ever living contradiction, waking and waning, going to and fro, always yelling but never listening, always complaining but never giving anyone the time of day when you have 3 watches: one for work, one for your children, and one for yourself, because you've given up on love and you think that you don't have it in you to do this anymore. You don't. So you seek validation in other men. You seek validation in other people who you are 100% positive can understand what you feel. And people insult you for that. They say, "Oh, you're doing this for other men." Yes, I am. Because they understand and you don't. I am doing this for other men. I am doing this for my contemporaries. I am doing this for my comrades. I'm playing Helldivers 2, and I'm enjoying the aspect of what it's like to die in war. Because maybe I'll have purpose then. Maybe somebody will care about me then. And they got emotional when I died in Helldivers 2 and I couldn't get that drop pod. And they got emotional when I didn't get enough kills in Marvel Rivals. And they got emotional in Baldur's Gate 3 when I lost my character. And they got sad and they cared about me. And they cried and they wept and they waned. And in the aspect of not being in reality, I felt like a person. And that is what it means to be a man. To hide every piece of you, to hide every part of you, until it comes out in an explosive fury like a firework. And everybody is scared of the firework because they didn't expect it to go off. And they react like dogs. And they bark at it. And they get angry. And they whimper. And they get scared. And they don't know what to do because they're fearful. And their fear manifests in just fear. No anger. Resentment for sure, but no violence. And your fear manifests in destruction. Because you're a man, and that's what you have to do. You have to be a pillar of masculinity. You have to be a pillar of what it is. You must have millions of wives and thousands of suitors. You must do this because you are no longer a person. You can't even feel like you're a human because you're deduced to what is a man. Grown man, by the way. You can't paint your nails. You can't enjoy Pokemon anymore. You can't collect cards. Why would you do that? You can't do that. You can't put on makeup ever. It's too difficult. It's for women, obviously. When back in the day, men wore makeup and big wigs and heels in order to appear taller, as they were the general. George Washington, for example, did that in droves. In order to feel regal, they wore white wigs. In order to feel wise and wizened and able to feel more tenured as people. In order to appear less old, in order to appear younger and more filled with vigor, they put makeup all over their face. They did these things in order to feel more at home with what they were. They weren't scared of doing this. They weren't. They wore what they felt like. And that's what it means to be a man, right? Wrong again. Wrong again. If you keep denoting this to gender stereotypes and gender roles, you'll lose the purpose of what I'm trying to tell you. You'll lose the purpose of the folly within your own mind. You'll lose every aspect of what you are. Because what do you want to be? Didn't you tell yourself that you'd be a baker? Oh, no, you got to be a chef because chef is more masculine. No, you want to make bread. Did you tell yourself you wanted to knit yarn? Didn't you want to be an animator? Didn't you want to cry? Didn't you want to do that? Didn't you want to shed tears? Isn't that what you wanted to do? Didn't you want to cry with me? And you called your friend at 2 o'clock in the morning, drunk, in a stupor. Your wife, unsatisfied, because she didn't explain to you what she wanted, and you didn't listen because she doesn't listen to you, and you decided to not make her climax, and you finished yourself because you want to feel powerful over her, and you called your friend saying you can't do this anymore, and he said, hop on the game. We can forget about this, just us. We'll win a few matches, and you lose, and you break your remote, because violence is all you know. And now you have to spend $70 on a remote. And now you're upset even more because financially you're getting drained. So you pull out your spare. You win a match. And you're confused why you even broke a remote in the first place. What does it mean to be a man? What does it mean? I don't know anymore. But I know I want to cry with you. I know I want to help you. I know that despite everyone telling you that you're wrong for feeling this way, you're not wrong for feeling this way, but your reactions are wrong. The anger you feel is incorrect. The way you react with the anger is incorrect, more than the feeling in itself. You can be more than this, and I'm rooting for you. even if you hate yourself, even if you hate who you become, even if you can see your father in the mirror and see the anger that what he once was, and you don't want to be like your father. You want to be more like your mother, kind and sweet and warm, but you don't want to be viewed as weak, so you don't. But love is not a weakness, it is a vulnerability. It's a vulnerability. Leaving yourself vulnerable doesn't mean yourself weak. You just allow slashes to come across your chest. However, you take those, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and people can see it beating and bright, filled with blood, so they know that you're human too. And I love you. Even if it's fruity to say, even if it's gay, and you're homophobic, and that's okay. That's fine. You gotta unlearn those behaviors one of these days. It's okay. I'm here for you, even if you don't want me to be.